super relevant. And Edna just finished Earth Armatus.
This is indeed the Shepherd's power. I concede. You are worthy to care for Edna.
For Edna?
I figured as much.
Oh,
I get it. Edna's brother gave Phoenix to her as a memento.
So then, Eisen asked him to use his Norman powers to protect Edna from all threats. Including Eisen himself.
Then I have nothing more to say.
Man among men indeed.
oh, hey.
Phoenix,
Hello,
what do you
microphone
want
Kirby.
from
I'm
here
sorry, I
on
was
out?
looking at the... We have this
Is it not
dual
obvious?
broadcasting. I was looking at
We
the other
resume our
chat there
war
for a second.
independence. In bringing us together, you fools have given us the chance of a lifetime. Starting this moment, the second great Norman rebellion begins. Rise, fellow Norman. Rise, my downtrodden brethren. The time of revolution is at hand.
Brother Phoenix, you ought to know by now. We don't cotton to that kind of talk.
It ain't like they're abusing us or nothing.
We get to help out the shepherd. We're valuable.
Come on, Brother Phoenix. Let's hang out with Miss Lila. She's a hoot.
Complacent sheep, dazzled by your bread and circuses. But I will not give up. I am the Phoenix, and my aspirations are undying. I vow to establish a hegemony of the Norman, by the Norman, for the Norman.
Good luck with that.
Well, for now, let's keep working with them while this little uprising plays itself out.
Good idea.
Yay, we got a mini.
You knew, didn't you, Edna? That Phoenix the mascot was a real Norman in disguise?
Pretty much. Sometimes I'd pretend to look one way, and when I suddenly turned around, our eyes would meet. Just for a split second, and then he'd look away again.
Yeah, that sounds super creepy.
More like super irritating. It was like I had a stalker.
Is that why you hung him upside down?
You do understand that Phoenix was only being loyal to his sense of duty.
Of course. Trust me, I know way worse methods of torture.
You should know that Phoenix asked me to pass a message on you. Edna, you have grown up to be a fine woman. Spread your wings. Your possibilities are limitless. End quote.
Dude, that's so patronizing. Or it would be if it made any sense at all.
He's a very, passionate person. He's just slow sometimes to pick up on signs.
I do feel I can soar higher than before. Now that my umbrella is lighter.
Hey, there's a little phoenix on your umbrella, Edna.
Don't worry, it's just a
So they
plushie
don't have to
this
change
time.
the artwork.
How did you get this?
It's a little keepsake that Phoenix left me, along with this letter.
What does it say?
For days upon days, I have toiled to make this plushie for you. If you're ever lonely, think of this as me, and it shall absolve your loneliness. Although I may not be with you now, do not worry. I am the Phoenix. Whenever you need me, I am there in your heart.
Phoenix is such a pain. Always talking and getting up in my business.
But you're using the gift anyways?
Only because my umbrella feels off balance and weird without it. I have a delicate side, you know.
Uh-huh. You sure do.
Okay. So our next goal.
Do we have any news about who slaughtered those kids? I guess we don't.
Okay, we got that. Yep.
We've already done every crucible.
I think we get. I guess the Hellion that Zavid tells us about that.
I mean, we can check. The,
Oh yeah, we find out.
Center
yeah,
of the
we find
bridge
out on
just
the
in
bridge,
case.
don't we?
I know he's in the middle. Whoever
Yeah,
you talk to.
he's not marked on the map, so he's probably not here yet. So I guess we advance the story now.
Yep.
Go beat up an old man.
Hey, there's
Oh.
an exclamation point here.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, turn Mithril in.
Okay.
I mean, it sells
I
better
mean, it sells
equipment
the
now,
mithril.
right?
We can see how good the mithril is. Each store
And I also
sells
just
different
realized-
different mithril items, though. Mithril earrings. What were you about to point out? None of these have been.
Can we affect what shops are likely to sell with the Norman we have set? And does this give a reroll on the items in Last and Bell and
It very well might.
Pendrago?
We can go check.
Because there's really just 2 items.
Well, yeah,
we really
but if
want to
those
sell
items
and
would have
sell.
came up, it would have told us in the item ordering. But we can see what abilities are on the different mithril equipments and see if any of them random some good stuff for us.
I'm just wondering if the Norman actually affect what the abilities are in shops when they random. Which I guess we currently have them in the Lady Lake area.
We can check here. See what mithril equipment they sell here. Depends on if shops use the same loot table as like the item boxes. If they do, then Norman probably do affect it. But I'm not seeing a bunch of fire and aqua on this stuff, so I'm guessing not.
What's the mithril item here?
Yeah.
Anything? Oh, the circlet. That's pretty garbage.
I mean, the mithril stuff all has good stats, but it doesn't have fire and aqua on it by default, so therefore not super interested.
So yeah, I guess our...
Yeah.
Now we can go talk to Maven.
Simon says talk to
Find
Maven.
anything?
We know that Heldolf was stricken with a great deal of pain and hardship.
It seems almost like some kind of curse.
I can see that. Bound to the curse that is eternal loneliness.
During our most recent encounter with him, he taunted Saray, preying on his emotions and trying to bait him into becoming a fallen shepherd. But afterwards, he reached out to Saray and tried to convince him to join his ranks.
The Lord of Calamity, reaching out to the shepherd.
I want to know, just what happened to Heldolf to make him the man we see today?
But that would infringe on the old man's taboo.
We don't even have a clue what that really means. Maybe this is selfish of us, but still. Is there no chance you can help?
Follow me.
Maven, are you sure about this?
There's no point in stories if we lose the future in which to tell them. No taboo is worth that fate.
That guy moves pretty fast.
Unlike most NPCs.
I mean, he was there and then he wasn't. You see how fast Saray moves. Clearly he's even quicker.
Oh yeah, we can also loot this room.
Exciting. Not for a while though, we gotta watch cutscenes.
Oh man, nice! Check it out! That huge thing has carvings all over it! Is this from the era of the gods? I've never seen anything like it before.
Oh boy, more fodder for our resident nerds.
Oh, no, we will get it. Oh, is this a discovery? Oh no, that was me talking to Rose. More importantly, loot. Maven, your story will have to hold on for a second.
I think it is a discovery though, because it said check, not talk.
And it's another save point for us.
Not that there was a lot of need to save before this. It's not a boss fight.
There's one coming up though pretty quickly. But I'm gonna use these before I forget to. You have a really expensive spell now, so you can have some more focus.
To most people, this monument is nothing more than a lump of rock. However, the storyteller of time can harness its true capabilities.
The storyteller of time?
The one who passes stories to future generations. Stories of humans, seraphim, hellions, shepherds, the Lord of Calamity. It is my clan to whom that fate has fallen. A storyteller is to be a dispassionate observer. He must not interfere in world events. But I am prepared to accept the consequences.
Is that an Earthen Historia? There are more of them?
The others were fine, but this one had to be shielded from the eyes of men. So I kept it for myself.
Then this must be...
Yes, this is a record of the dawn of chaos. Come, experience the truth of the dawning of this age. Perceive the light. Perceive the darkness. Place your hands upon the monolith. Then, close your eyes. Foroshkus were kusaresko, wervek furiek ohish kehem omem. Do not ponder the answer for now. Simply feel. Understand?
What happened?
Where is this? I've never seen this place before.
We're experiencing the dawn of chaos. So I suppose this would be...
It's so much
Camelot,
slower.
the Origin Village.
Well,
You know, if you
might as
somehow
well go
hacked
on.
the
Undisagreed.
Hexenile Seraphim set like nimble feet, I wonder if it would speed you up during this scene. If this is, you know, actually considered part of the world. I always forget which directions it wants me to run here. Okay.
Pretty big crowd here.
No kidding.
General, this is absurd. How long must we keep living like this?
I am protecting you from the invasion
That's the
by
only
the
one.
forces
Oh
of
no, they all do.
Highland.
I like
I'd
to stand inside
expect
help
you to
off.
be more grateful, Shepherd.
Huh? This guy's the previous shepherd?
You have occupied our village for half a year now. This isn't protection, it's house arrest.
Not to mention, the Kingdom of Highland is only acting against us because Roland's moved their army here in the first place.
Looks like they can't hear us.
The Earthen Historia shows that which has transpired.
The strategic importance of this location cannot be overlooked just because the Shepherd founded a village here. You can trust Highland would say the same.
What, so it was inevitable?
When one considers the rise of the Highland Valkyries, yes.
I've had enough. Just leave us. Michael, are you really okay with this? Those bastards are treating Lord Maltelis' shrine as their own fortress! How much longer must they blaspheme the Seraphim?
Brother?
It's okay, Muse. He's right that Camelot happens to be a strategically crucial location, given that we're here along the northern border. An army that controls this territory can send troops to the enemy's capital at will. Their interest in our land is sad, but understandable.
Do you really trust the words of that tyrant?
They will do as they will. We must focus on what we believe in. As a lone shepherd, with no other family in the world to call his own, I vow to protect Muse and everyone else. I swear it.
Michael's kind of short.
So the origin village was occupied by Heldolf.
How much taller Saray
And then
is than him.
dragged into the chaos of war.
Still, you can understand why neither army could leave it alone.
Is something wrong, Mikleo? Huh? Oh, well... The humans were treating Maltellus with scorn and contempt. No wonder his blessing was lost. But there's probably more to the story. Let's head towards the shrine. Right.
I think Saray's standing slightly off the ground here.
Could it be Rollins has noticed Michael led Lord Maltellus away from the capital?
No. Much more likely it's just a feint to draw out the forces of the Northern Territory. They just want a pretext to declare war.
This is absurd.
Thoroughly absurd. But that's humans for ya.
You said it. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Good work, Zavid.
Zavid is cooking while we're
According to
watching.
what the shepherd said, the shrine is full of malevolence, and the village is beginning to lose its blessing.
Oh no. Is Maltellus going to become a Hellion?
Let us put faith in the shepherd. He said he would never allow that, even should it cost him his life.
But still, if the shepherd would be lost anyway, wouldn't it be better for us just to evacuate while we can?
There's no way that someone like Michael could ever do such a thing.
Right. He's the shepherd. He couldn't just abandon Maltellus and let him succumb to malevolence.
Saray.
He couldn't, says Saray.
If this podunk town can serve as the key to successful conquest of the Northern Territory, then I can suffer the ire of one measly shepherd. What is it?
An enemy attack! The Northerners have arrived! No, it appears to be the Highland Army!
I will not rise to their bait. Assemble the troops. We shall retreat.
We will make no counterattack!
Would you have me throw men away on some meaningless skirmish with Highland? Don't be an imbecile.
Guess this town is destined for the scrap heap after all. Have the order to retreat given at once.
Unbelievable! Doesn't he care about the happiness of the villagers?
This trivial nonsense is what got the entire village wiped out? Stop it!
Saray.
Knowing we can't do anything to intervene just makes it worse. What on earth is Heldolf doing?
Heldolf abandoned the village and fled.
Filthy Roland scum! Sneak into the mountains, will you?
Effective.
There's more over here.
Michael is a pretty pitiful shepherd.
How could this happen?
Shepherd, Muse has gone to the shrine.
What?
To beg the Roland's army for assistance.
But Heldolf said run away!
Muse, please be safe!
Hurry to the shrine! Right.
This way. No. Go this way.
Wait, please! I understand that, as a fellow shepherd, you feel strong empathy toward him. That is normal. But please, do not forget what Maven told us. You too, Mikleo.
I'm sorry. It's just... we can already tell this isn't going to end well.
We've learned more than enough here to put the pieces together at this point.
But we still need to see this through, don't we? Let's go. Right.
Mikleo looks out of character, to say nothing of Saray.
Well, of course. He was bound to notice before too long.
Yeah, when you add in the fact that none of this is heading for a happy ending.
We all picked up on it. Micleo, Muse, and the Shepherd all look too similar not to.
Let's go. We're very close to the whole truth.
The child! The child!
He's alive. Oh, he's alive. But, oh my God! Now tell us. All is lost. Now tell us has become a hellion. And this innocent child. All due to the insipid ambitions of one man.
Brother, wait! No, don't! Please! Brother!
Oh, ye who brought us this misfortune, I grant thee eternal solitude!
No!
Heldolf, live now and forever in a hell of your own making.
That's productive.
This is my answer.
Stop!
So, they anticipated our retreat. You are the Valkyries, I take it?
Lightning! General!
Heldolf, prepare yourself! What on earth? Stay away from us, you monster!
I don't know, I think the Rollins guys would be pretty impressed at an immortal general.
So that's what went down.
So Kittybeard didn't become a Hellion. He was made one.
One bearing the most terrible curse there could possibly be.
And the one responsible for it was the previous Shepherd.
So then,
Is this the same village?
If it's not over yet, then there must be more to it.
It's not over, huh? Micleo.
We gotta be close to the end. Shouldn't we just take a quick gander before we head back?
You look pretty bummed out by this.
Well, yeah.
It's
I'm
keeping my input.
Sorry,
Look,
I'm not
it's
more
right.
bummed out myself, I mean.
You don't need to apologize for that.
Whenever a friend of mine is down, if I'm not feeling the same way, I always feel like maybe something's missing from me.
It's just like he said, Rose. There's nothing you need to apologize for. In fact, yeah. Sorry.
Huh?
If anything, we should be the ones sorry for making you worry so much. We just need a little more time to get our feelings sorted out. We'll be fine. You can count on it.
Gotcha.
That was the transition, wasn't it?
My goodness. What happened?
That's the speedrunning tech right there.
Such thick malevolence. I feel sick. Malevolence of this impossible magnitude can only mean one thing.
Oh, I can't actually walk inside them. Or there's just a wall. Oh, there's an invisible wall there.
Born far too early by the looks of it. Poor mother and child. Neither of you deserved this.
Perhaps this too is fate.
That child's human!
Are we not all the same when we first breathe this air, save for the vessel we chance into?
But a child born so premature won't last but a few months.
Probably so.
Zenrus!
Muse! My goodness! What happened here?
I'm afraid there's no time to explain. We have to seal off the malevolence before it drifts into Elysia. Who's that child? Celine's? Could it be she was with child?
In order to contain Mount Tellus within this land, you would be the sacrifice to seal the path to Elysia? But Mount Tellus is using the land itself as his vessel. Even if we can trap him here, it would be no more than empty consolation.
I understand, but even so, this is something that we humans have brought upon ourselves.
And the shepherd?
I take it that the shepherd has finally fallen?
That may be so, but fate has blessed us with a thread of hope.
You don't mean to say you will raise these children to become the shepherd and his sub-lord?
For a human and a seraph child raised together, anything is possible. However, it all depends on these children. I humbly accept your two small beacons of hope.
Gramps!
Zenrus, I have not the words to thank you. Farewell, my dearest child. Mikleo.
Gramps!
So, Saray, you were a survivor from that village.
And our boy Mickey was refashioned into a seraph.
So I was a sacrifice.
You can cry if you want.
Why would I cry? I'm surprised, to be sure, but I'm not sad. And now we know where Mount Tellus is. Now the only thing left is our answer.
Right.
So does this mean we found it?
I know now what path I want to take. Though I'm not sure that counts as an answer.
Very well then. Let's consult with Maven once more.
Hey, where'd he go?
Just a little while ago, he was activating the hidden powers of this monolith. He's probably still around here somewhere.
Given how fast we've seen Maven move around, he could be on the other side of the world. He clearly has access to fast travel.
I mean, we do. Why wouldn't he?
What a sad turn of affairs. There was more to it than just Heldalf and the shepherd Michael. So many factors converged to bring about that disaster.
What happened to that village was so ghastly, you can sort of see how Michael finally came to do what he did. But still, no one except maybe his closest friends ought to buy "I was in the depths of my despair" as an excuse.
Right. The actions he took that day changed the fates of millions.
That's true. It was his thoughtless curse of eternal solitude that paved the way for Kittybeard to become the Lord of Calamity. Without the curse, old Sourpuss never would have hated the world so much. Never would have wanted it to turn into a world of Hellions.
You can't blame the people of Highlander Rollins for seeing him as a monster. But I get the sense that deep down, in his own misguided way, he just wants to bring peace to his country.
Some of the blame, too, has to go to the former shepherd for
Some.
keeping secret the fact that he'd spirited Mount Tellus away.
As in all?
Because of that, folks who didn't know the true situation wound up desecrating the shrine and causing Mount Tellus to transform into a Hellion.
That's right. If they'd only talked about it more openly, there might have been better understanding and cooperation.
It also looks like the former shepherd didn't really trust anyone other than his own flesh and blood. To those who believed in the shepherd, I can think of no greater wound.
True enough. He may have genuinely wanted every one of them to be happy. But if he never shared this desire with anyone, then...
Regardless of Michael's circumstances, it doesn't change the fact that what Heldelf did was unspeakably cruel.
Whatever, Rose.
That he would toss strangers to the wolves just to further his own interests.
None of
He
this
wasn't necessarily tossing
that's for sure.
a bunch of strangers to the wolves. He was saving his own troops.
Experience what had happened. We'll go tell him what we felt.
And besides, he'd been there 6 months. They weren't strangers. He was talking to wolves. He was well acquainted with them. I'm sure Heldolf would agree with that point.
You're back.
What are you doing here?
Staring at a
I
wall,
just wanted
apparently.
to make sure the monolith doesn't get damaged. Your thoughts?
No one involved was fully in the wrong, but no one was really right either. That's how it felt to me.
Michael seemed pretty
A
wrong.
useful understanding to reach. Now, your answer.
Saray, let us hear your answer to this.
My answer is I want to save Helldolf. The Shepherd's job doesn't just boil down to quell the Lord of Calamity, or even clean up the previous Shepherd's mistakes. When malevolence consumes Seraphim and turns them into Hellions, we save them. Yet when it brings misfortune and grief to humans, we say they only have themselves to blame. It doesn't seem fair.
So that is your answer.
Dunno if it counts as one.
There are humans out there just like Helldolf. He just happened to play one part in a cascade of terrible events.
I'm not gonna say you shouldn't sympathize with him, but I will say it would strike me as bizarre to completely let him off the hook for the horrors he brought to such a peaceful village. And what he's trying to do now is still messed up, right?
We're not fully convinced that he really, what he's trying to do right now, he has 100% control over.
This man?
If I won't save humans like Helldolf, who've had Hellionhood thrust upon them, I'll never see humans and Seraphim live in peace.
I see. So then you...
really are an idiot.
Yep. Saray is Saray, and we love him for it.
That's right. He couldn't be anyone else even if he tried.
So, Mr. Teller, that what you were looking for? For such a man, ending his loneliness would be the sole path to salvation. Do you understand what that means?
Taking his life, I would expect.
Saray, can you carry that burden with you?
Indeed. That, even more than your answer, is the crucial matter.
Right. What's important now is whether you truly will not waver. Or rather, whether you truly believe in your answer and are willing to accept its repercussions.
No matter what happens, and no matter what cost.
Wait, are you asking him to prove his determination in battle?
Hey, we're 29
Put
now, aren't we?
bluntly, yes. In order to defeat one who has been abandoned in time, the
I
bonds
think
of
so,
spirit
maybe.
must be
Yeah, we leveled up from Phoenix.
Show me how that is done.
Defeat the one who has been abandoned in time. You can't be talking about...
how to sever the bonds of strength.
So eternal loneliness is a curse, you say? Makes sense now.
Old man.
Now then, show me!
Okay, did it screw with